I'm going to show you why. Hi, my name is Marta and I am the chef and author of Sense and Edibility, a site where I teach you everything you need to know about cooking, baking, and cocktail making. And today's recipe kind of has cocktail vibes. I'm going to show you how I make my boozy spiced cranberry sauce. The booze comes in the form of bourbon and the spiced comes in the form of cinnamon and ginger. It also has some other vibes going on, but for the most part, you're gonna get a lot of tart, a lot of sweet, a lot of spice, a lot of fun. So let me show you how I do it. So this is why I say that cranberry sauce that you make at home is much better than cranberry sauce that slops out of a can. And I'm not gonna argue with anybody about it because I'm right. Let me answer some frequently asked questions that I get about this recipe. Not this one. I don't even want this over here anymore. Sliding around on the plate, that's so gross. If your cranberry sauce didn't thicken up as you were cooking, then it just probably needs to cook a little bit longer. I mean, usually the cooking time in the recipe is pretty accurate for most cranberries because cranberries are cranberries. They're usually all the same and they usually cook the same. But if you find that it's not thickening properly, just continue to cook it. That pectin that cranberries have is what's used to thicken the cranberry sauce naturally. So you don't need to add any additional thickeners to this recipe. Use the pectin that's in cranberries naturally to do that. If you don't want to use bourbon, you don't have to. I would replace the bourbon with more orange juice, or you could even do apple cider, or if you want more tang to it, you can replace the bourbon with apple cider vinegar, or you could do something like a white wine vinegar. This is not a recipe that you would use the dried cranberries that you find in the bag in the nuts and snacks aisle, because those are dried cranberries, and they're also sweetened. They are sweeter and it won't translate well at all in this recipe. So, save those for snacking. I wouldn't decrease the amount of sugar that goes into this recipe because fresh cranberries are extremely tart. So unless you're a really, really big fan of tart foods, I would use the amount of sugar that is called for. If you need to use a sugar substitute, that's what I would recommend over omitting or decreasing the amount of sugar that's in this recipe. Things like agave syrup or maple syrup or stevia, stuff like that you can use to replace the brown sugar in this recipe, but definitely don't omit the sugar. It's gonna suck if you do. You can make this cranberry sauce a week to 2 weeks in advance and store it in the fridge. I've done that plenty of times, especially when I'm hosting a big holiday dinner. I always prepare it at least 1.5 to 2 weeks in advance, store it in jars in the refrigerator, and just give it a stir. And I store it with the whole spices. The flavors start to marry and start to develop and deepen in the cranberry sauce with those whole spices still in there. So good when you go to serve it. So good. There's plenty of other ways to use cranberry sauce. You don't have to limit it to a holiday dinner or serving along with turkey. I top my oatmeal in the morning with this cranberry sauce. I've also got a recipe on the blog for a holiday leftovers casserole where I'm taking leftover dinner rolls, this cranberry sauce, and I'm making it into a breakfast casserole. So it's kind of like a cranberry French toast casserole. It's totally good. You can also use this to top things like cheesecake, or if you have pound cake, you can use this as a dessert sauce to serve alongside your pound cake. I have no idea why I'm doing this with my hand, but it's for effect. You can find the full recipe for my boozy spiced cranberry sauce on my site, sensenedibility.com, where you can also find tons of other recipes to enjoy this cranberry sauce with. I hope that this recipe has made you a cranberry sauce convert. Listen, if you like that canned stuff, then more power to you. If it's up to me, you're gonna have all the canned stuff to yourself because I'm avoiding it. But if you were a canned cranberry, it's jelly, you guys. It's not even cranberry sauce, it's jelly. If you were a canned cranberry jelly lover and you tried this recipe and you fell in love and I converted you, let me know in the comments below because I definitely want to hear it. I love it when people try this recipe because I've converted a lot of canned cranberry jelly lovers to homemade cranberry sauce fanatics, and I'm on a mission to do that with you. So please let me know in the comments below what you think of this boozy spiced cranberry sauce. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and also subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates whenever I post a new video like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. You dare me to eat one of these? You dare me to eat one of these and I'll do it. Okay, but I'm gonna pick a small one because it's probably gonna be horrible. Okay. It's not bad. It's not that sweet, that tart. I mean, oh wait. Yeah, they're tart. They're tart. It just comes at the end. Woo. Yeah, definitely use the sugar for this. Yeah, you need to definitely use sugar in that recipe. Oh, child, your hands are ashy. Ooh, I need some lotion. And the spice comes in the form of ginger and cinnamon and turn off the phone. Cranberry sauce. Why didn't I take my rubber bands out?